telling me you won't ever leave. I feel like something inside me just keep controlling me.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of T's Corner with your girl T. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notification so you know each time that I drop a new video. Yeah, so today, what will we be talking about? So, basically, today I will be talking about timing. Because there are a lot of times that we tend to feel that we, as young people, should say, tend to feel that we need things to happen for us now. Like, we need to get that job now, we need to be married now. Everything, basically, we are so impatient, so short tempered. We always just feel that things need to be happening for us now, especially when we see that our peers' lives are all going on. They have that job, they're getting married, they're having kids. So we tend to feel that yes, it is our time and things needs to start happening for us, like this minute, like right now. But then God's timing is not our timing. And it's not because your friend or whoever is moving on with their life and whatever and all of that, that doesn't mean that your time will not come. Your time will come, but things for you is just on a different pace, on a different level. And sometimes the things that we want for ourselves is not what God has planned for us. Yeah, the average thing, what we say as kids growing up, is that we want to have that house, we want to have that car, we want to have that job, we want to have, you know basically the things that we said, that the typical thing: get married, get a car, own a house, have that career, the basics things that we always, that many of us set for ourselves and say, yes, this is what I want when I grow up. Well, that is not totally how your life is being planned out, because when we don't see those things happening, we tend to say that not now going for life. But that is not true. That is just not where your calling is. That is just not what it is that you should be doing. Because there are many times that, yeah, we think that this is what we should be doing, just because, yeah, it's the typical, it's a normal thing, it's a thing that people are looking forward for us to be doing. But in reality, God has a different plan for us. Sometime we have to go through a different path in order to get where God wants us to actually be. It is not sometimes, sometimes, things may be slow to happen because the time is not right for it to happen. And sometimes what we're looking forward and pushing ourselves, driving ourselves to get to, that is totally the opposite of where we should be getting to. Because, not because, yes, it's the normal thing for us to be doing, that means we should be working so hard to achieve it, when actually, what in reality, what we really should be doing is way on the opposite side. So that is why things not progressing for you. That is why things not lining up in the way in which it should line up. But you now pressuring yourself and say, yeah, say, I want to become a doctor, and you're doing all these things in trying into getting that doctorate degree, and you're pushing yourself and you're pushing yourself towards that field. And you're like, okay, oh, I'm working so hard, I'm pushing myself so hard to become a doctor, and yet still being a doctor seems like it's a mile away, like you're not getting any closer to that, because you're pushing it, because what, that's not where you're supposed to be, that's not the direction in where you should be heading. So that is why that road seems so difficult, and seems that nothing you try on that road is working out for you. So sometimes we have to have a rethink and say, is this what, where I'm supposed to be heading? Is this the direction in which I should actually be going? So sometimes we have to take a step back. Wrong choices. There are lots of times that we as people, human race, tend to make the wrong choices. And when we make those wrong choices, we tend to feel as though our lives are being held back, that we are not progressing in life just because we make the wrong choice. For example, when you were young, the typical thing, when you grow up, you want to own your own job, or you want to be in that big career. You want to, maybe work in a bank, be a doctor, be a nurse, be a lawyer, be a teacher. You have those big dreams. You want to own that big house. Yeah, you want to get married, you want to have kids, the whole charades, the whole package deal. You wanted that. So you grow up, you start to work towards that goal that you set from you were a child. Yeah, so basically you start to work towards that goal that you set from you were a child, and you didn't give a second thought to what it is that you should actually be doing with your life. Because there are many times that as we grow, we tend to have this gut feeling that I'm not supposed to be a doctor, I'm supposed to be a teacher, and everything in you telling you, look, I need to, you need to be a teacher because that is where your calling lies. But because you are so stubborn to your calling and so stubborn to what it is that you should be doing, you're working so hard pushing towards that goal that you set. Yeah, you set that goal and you're working so hard pushing, you're putting your all into it, because you're telling your mind, in your mind, you tell yourself, say, this is what I want, and you're working towards it and you're pushing yourself towards it. Mind you, it's a wrong choice, it's the wrong decision. Nothing is working, no matter what you do. It's just not working. It seems as though things have basically stopped and time stopped, and you're just stuck in that one position. You, no matter how you push, you make 10 steps forward and you end up 20 steps back, because you're working towards a wrong choice, the wrong decision. That's not where your calling is, that's not what you really should be doing. And sometimes because at one point you feel, because something inside of you telling you, not the path I should be on, this is definitely not the path I should be on. But because you're stubborn and you want to you know perceive, and there are a lot of times you have some of stubborn. When I say stubborn, I mean 100% stubborn. Like, we know we know that something just not gonna work, and we keep push it, we keep, I don't know if you, I can remember I had this DVD. The DVD stopped work, and literally, every day I would take off that cap and I would spin that DVD, because I would just not give up on the fact that that DVD is not working, and it finish, but I keep pushing to, get everything out of the DVD, which in the DVD just finish. And yeah, that kind of stubborn. We're stubborn with our lives as well, because you know that the thing not working, you know that's not what you're supposed to be doing, and yet still, just because you don't want to give up on the dream, you hold on to it. And where you should actually be, and where you should actually be is way over there. So, and until you reach way over there where you should actually be, then your life would actually begin, and then you would start to see progress in your life. So sometimes you have to take that step, take that chance. And especially some of us, we hate starting over. We be like, I've been working on this so hard, I've been working on this so long, how can I now give up on it and start over afresh on something new? And it's very hard sometimes to say to start over, but until we actually decide to start over and take that step and enter into that light to where we actually should be, then you would see the amazing and wonderful things, and see how much God will do for you. Just take a step, take a chance, and actually head into the direction in which your calling really is. Making a wrong choice and God's timing. There are lots of times that we feel as though things are not working out in our favor, that things are going the complete opposite of where we want it to go. And this is simply because we have made the wrong choice, and we feel within ourselves that this is the right choice for us. But in reality, it is totally a wrong choice. It may seem as though, yes, it's a good idea. And yes, it may be a good idea because you have the correct perspective on what you think that your life should look like. But in reality, we do not have control over our own lives. Our lives were actually on a blueprint before we actually came here. What we should be doing is has already been set. So sometimes the path that we are walking down is not where we should be, and therefore that is why sometimes things seem so hard for us, because we are totally on the wrong path. And not until we get on the path where we should actually be, then things will actually start to progress, and we will start to see, you know, the goodness of God in our lives. Because what we should be doing